Hi, Craig Ridley here, founder and head coach of Your Business Coaching Club, and welcome to podcast number 6. Today I want to talk about the concept of customer lifetime value and how you can use this piece of knowledge to significantly improve the return on investment you're getting out of your marketing strategies, and also to be able to drive your profit improvement process. Once you understand this concept of customer lifetime value and you embed it into your business strategy, you're going to have a whole lot more confidence in your ability to scale up the type of winning marketing strategies that will also drive long-term profit improvements in your business. Now, over the years, I've worked with heaps of business owners that just never really got that confident with their marketing strategies. They never truly believed that any promotion would generate the type of return on investment that they were looking for. And as a result, marketing budgets were often cut in hard times when really that's the time when they should have been scaled up. At the same time, these business owners were also bleeding profit by not paying enough attention to the value that their existing customer base brought to the business. Like a lot of business owners that I know, they were mostly interested in winning new customers rather than maximizing the value of the ones that they already had. So that's the issue that I want to talk about today: how you can improve your marketing return on investment and generate increasing long-term profitability by understanding and applying the concept of customer lifetime value. All right, let's get into it. So the concept of customer lifetime value is important because unless you understand it, you're more likely to be wasting money on your marketing strategies, and you will definitely be leaving money on the table in terms of profit that you could have and should have earned over the life of your business career. And that can run into hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. That's not what you really want to hear, is it? So what do we mean by customer lifetime value? The basic concept is that your good customers will buy from you more than once if you give them the opportunity to do so. And over their lifetime as a customer of your business, they might buy they might buy daily, they might buy weekly, monthly, yearly. Maybe they just buy a few times over their life, if they're buying a new house or a car, if you're in that type of industry, as an example. But the real value of the customer is not the amount that they spend with you the first time that they come into your business. It's not the value of the particular products or services that they buy from you. It's the amount that they spend over their lifetime as a customer of yours and the profit that you make on those sales. So a customer who spends, say, $1,000 a year for 10 years has got to be more valuable to you than a customer who just comes in once and buys a $5,000 product, even if it doesn't feel like it at the time. We all get excited when we make the big sale, but at the same time, we can all just get that little bit complacent about the boring customer, the one who comes in on a regular basis and buys the same products over and over again. There's a lot of money in boring customers, trust me. Customer lifetime value is that concept that reminds us that all of our customers are critical to our success, and the low maintenance returning customers are probably one of the most valuable assets we have as business owners. Clearly they're happy with our services because they keep coming back. As an aside, I wonder if we're actually making the most of this amazing asset, by encouraging them to refer their friends to us and finding ways to encourage them to buy additional products and services from us. It's not something that's always been done well in small business, that's for sure. But perhaps that's a question for another day, something we can cover in another podcast. So far I've talked about customer lifetime value in terms of the value of sales we can make over the lifetime of the client relationship. But in fact, customer lifetime value needs to be measured at the profit line, not at the sales line. Sales are great, but it's profit that pays the bills and puts food on our table. So once we know what products the customer's buying, we then need to get an understanding of the profit margins that we're making on each of those products. The lifetime value of a customer is then the profit that we make from each sale times the number of sales we make over the lifetime of that customer relationship. So the example I used before, where a customer, say, spends $1,000 a year for 10 years, and they're more important to us than a customer who might spend $5,000 on a one-off spend. Well, that's only true if we're making more profit on those regular sales. It may be that the one-off sale is more of a bespoke item and we make a premium profit margin on that new customer, while the generic products purchased by that regular customer, they could have a much lower profit margin. That's not normally the case, but it could be. So every business and every customer relationship is going to be different. But the point is that you need to understand that the profit you're likely to make from customer segments before you can accurately estimate what your customer lifetime value is going to be. It's important to also note that there's no way I'm going to ask you to go into your system and work out your customer lifetime value for every individual customer that you have. I mean, that'd just be silly and would probably result in your admin team throwing a cup of coffee in your face and storming out in a huff. It's just too much work and it's too hard to track it going into the future unless you've got a reasonably powerful CRM package, a customer relationship management package integrated into your sales and accounting platforms. Big business has that capability, but small business still has a way to go before CRMs become normalised as the way that we all do business. But look, technology is moving fast and it won't be too much longer before we'll just add an app into our systems and we'll get access to more data than we know how to use. And again, look, I think that's probably a discussion for another day. So the idea then is to track customer lifetime value over the business as a whole and over market segments as appropriate. And to do that, we need two core pieces of data. We need to know the average gross profit per customer that we're making, and we need to know the average number of years that our customers are staying active on the books. When you multiply those two numbers together, you get a measure of customer lifetime value that you can track from month to month, quarter to quarter, year to year. All right. So we know what customer lifetime value is and we know how to calculate it, but why is it important to us? Essentially, it's one of the critical data points in your business model that you need to know to effectively drive your profit optimization strategies and your marketing strategies. Customer retention rates have a massive impact on profitability. You know that it's one of the 5 key drivers at the center of my 5-step profit improvement process, where you need to get your customers to buy from you more often. We know how that can leverage up into massive improvements in your bottom line profit. The more that you can sell to your customers at higher margins, and the longer you can keep them coming back to buy from you, the higher their customer lifetime value is going to be to you, and the higher will be the profit that you'll make out of those customers each year and over the lifetime that they have with you. Customer lifetime value, it's a high level KPI that you should be measuring and monitoring to just make sure that the trends are always positive. You know, it should be measured quarterly or at least annually, preferably on a rolling basis so that those numbers are close enough to real time. And I think they should also be graphed so that you can see the trends more easily. We know a picture is worth 1,000 words. When we see graphs going up or going down, our brain seems to take that in pretty quickly. So I'm a big fan of graphing KPIs over a period of time so that we can see where those trends are going. When you do monitor those, the KPIs or the customer lifetime value, and where you see that the trend is increasing, it's indicating that the net drivers of your customer retention strategy are working pretty well. But if the trend starts to move downwards, it's a signal to look at the individual drivers underneath that strategy to see where the problems are starting to show. Maybe customers are not staying with you for as long as they used to, in which case you need to look for signs that the customer base maybe is aging or retiring. Maybe competitors are having more of an impact on you. Maybe your products and services are not attractive as they once were, or your service levels may be falling. Now, there's any number of issues that a falling customer lifetime value type measure could be warning you about. Maybe your customer dollar spend is reducing. Maybe your profit margins on the products are falling. Maybe the mix of products that the customers are buying is changing, and maybe that's having a negative impact on your business. So whatever the drivers of the rise or the fall in the customer lifetime value may be, tracking it as a KPI of your business will give you an early indication of where you can improve your profit model and where you need to react to underlying problems as they develop. The other benefit of understanding your customer lifetime value is it allows you to make much better marketing decisions based on real return on investment numbers, not just a gut feel. Think about it. If you knew that you could attract a new customer to the business based on a specific marketing strategy and that customer would spend $1,000 on the products that you're promoting, how much would you be prepared to spend to get that customer? On that data, maybe anything up to $500. I mean, that's a 200% ROI, isn't it? But if you also knew that the $1,000 spent by the customer would generate a $500 profit, if we're working on 50% margins, how much would you now spend to get that customer? Maybe now you might only spend $250. It'll still give you that 200% return on investment target that you're looking for. But if you had to go on to the previous example and we spent $500 based on the sales results, you would have made no profit at all. You would have spent $500 on marketing to make $500 in profit. I think you'd probably sack your marketing manager on that result, wouldn't you? It's a shame that marketing manager in many small businesses is actually the person staring back at you in the mirror every morning. That's a problem. That person's pretty difficult to sack out of the business. So let's add the final layer of data you need to make the best possible decision. So what if you could reasonably assume that new customer would become a regular customer of your business over 10 years, that they might make 5 purchases a year that averaged $500 gross profit. So now we know that the customer's worth $25,000 in profit to us over her lifetime relationship with us. So we make $2,500 a year for 10 years. If you are confident in your ability to retain the customer on that basis, then clearly you'd pay a lot more to attract her as a customer in the first place. You might even be prepared to make a loss on that first sale just to get her on the customer list. So maybe now you're prepared to actually spend $1,000 to make the first sale, even though you're only going to make a $500 profit. I know that's extreme, and that's the loss leader strategy. Make a loss on the first sale to make lots more profit over the lifetime of the customer relationship. So what should you do with this knowledge? Of course, I'm not going to encourage you to run a loss-leading marketing strategy. For almost all of us, that's a strategy that's way too risky for a whole lot of reasons. You'd only do it if you were supremely confident in your numbers and supremely confident in your business model in being able to retain that customer over the long period of time. But the point that I'm trying to make is that if you have solid data on your customer lifetime value, and if you're confident that you can maintain and improve that customer lifetime value result over time, then you'll have much more knowledge and much more confidence to launch effective marketing strategies. Knowing that a new customer is likely to generate $500 in profit in their first purchase with us and $25,000 over their lifetime, clearly you're going to be prepared to spend a lot more to get that customer than if you're only going to make a $50 profit on the first sale and say $1,000 over the life of the customer. If you're confident to spend more money on a marketing strategy, you can do more in the way of promotions and you can make them much more professional because you're prepared to spend the money. You won't be looking to cut marketing budgets to save costs during the hard times. You'll be looking to scale marketing budgets, providing, of course, that they're meeting your return on investment KPIs. I mean, if you can spend $1,000 to make a $2,000 profit, why wouldn't you increase the budget to spend $10,000 to make $20,000? It's the same 200% return on investment. If you could push your customer lifetime value up even much higher, why wouldn't you spend $10,000 to make $50,000 or $100,000 to make $500,000 at a 500% return on investment? There's easy money to make here, provided you're in control of your numbers, both in terms of the customer lifetime value number and also your marketing return on investment number. And you need to obviously know how to run an effective marketing strategy that works for your customers, your products, your market niche, all those sort of things that are in there. So, look, let's just recap 4 main points that I've tried to cover off on today. Firstly, that the customer lifetime value is just a key piece of data that you need to be able to make better marketing decisions in your business and also to drive a profit improvement strategy based around customer retention. It's just a really important number you need to get your head around. The second point that I've tried to cover off on today is that generating new customers is important, and we all get an adrenaline rush sometimes when we get a flood of new customers as a result of a new marketing strategy. But that isn't the only thing that you need to focus on. You'll generally make more money from your existing customers over a long period of time than you will from one-off new customers. So remember to show them some love and spend as much time thinking about how to lift the customer lifetime value of your existing customer base as you do trying to get new customers on board. Third point I've tried to cover off on is that the customer lifetime value can be an effective high-level KPI for your business, and it highlights whether the long-term profit drivers are improving or starting to run into headwinds. So you need to track them regularly, and you need to use them as indicators of whether your strategies are working or whether they actually need some attention. And the final point I try to cover off on is that customer lifetime value is impacted by the value of the sales you make to each customer, but the calculation needs to come down to the profit level to be most useful. So you need to collect accurate data, and without a good CRM package, that data needs to be at a reasonably high level. But you also need to work towards segmenting the data as much as you can so that you can make the information or the data as relevant as it possibly can be, and you can make your decisions much more focused on what's going on. So look, that's all for today. I hope this information has been useful to you and you can use it with your team going forward. But as I always say, all information is useless unless you act on it. So please make that commitment to yourself. Think about what we've just covered in terms of customer lifetime value, apply it into your business model, and execute a strategy that's going to drive your improvement journey. Now, if you're a member of Your Business Coaching Club, I'd ask you to work through the coaching manual and the action plans you'll find in Module 17 of the Small Business MBA program. That's entirely focused on customer lifetime value and how you're going to use that to develop your own winning strategy. Now, remember to contact us through the Clubhouse if you've got any specific questions on how you can apply customer lifetime value into your business, and we'll provide you with answers as normal through our masterclass sessions. And also, as always, can I ask you to make sure that you share your wisdom with the community by leaving your comments below this video. If you're not a member of Your Business Coaching Club, well, once again, I'm afraid you're going to have to go it alone, just the same as you always do, and probably with the same results. There's every chance that you've heard the messages in today's podcast and you know that they will have a positive impact on your results. But we also know that when you get off this podcast, the phones are ringing, you've got staff lined up outside the door for that 5-minute chat, you've got the bank manager starting to worry about the amount of cash that you really don't have but should have. But look, if you stick to trying to work through these business issues on your own, or if you're using an overpriced business coach who isn't really delivering much value to you, you really should be looking to join our global online community of small business owners that we're hosting here at Your Business Coaching Club. Our mission here is to give you access to the very best resources and advice available so that you can improve your profit, so that you can grow and scale your business, so you can generate wealth from your business career, and that you can finally achieve the lifestyle balance that you've been looking for ever since you started your business journey. And we do that by combining world-class online business coaching programs with group coaching support that's personalised to your issues, and with feedback provided by our other members who've been there or are doing it just like you are. You're not going to find a better value for money or more supportive business coaching resource anywhere, either online or offline. So I invite you to check out our membership options at yourbusinesscoachingclub.com and find a way to get involved. If you're not sure, you can take our 7-day guest pass to test drive everything we have to offer, or at the very least, just jump onto our list by downloading our free business success blueprints, and we can stay in touch that way. Thanks for watching and listening to this podcast. Remember to subscribe so that we can stay in touch, and please share this and spread the word. Again, my name is Craig Ridley. I'm the founder and the head coach at Your Business Coaching Club, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next podcast or in the members clubhouse when you decide to join the revolution. Cheers, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.